Good afternoon. Welcome to the Dragon Warrior Randomizer 2026 Winter Tournament Week 1. We've got Velia V on the restream tonight, Diabetes the Second tracking, and I am Quinn Patrick, your sole commentator tonight. And today's race is a vodcast of one that happened on Thursday between Juef, Beta, OldVampireLady, and jkoper. And this should be a good race. This is an exciting one. This is kind of a group of death almost as we dive in here with Juef and Beta up against each other, but jkoper and OVL with an opportunity to crash the ball here and pull a real upset. And there's gold in the throne room, along with wings. Of course, with this week's flag set, those wings don't really matter. Ordinarily, you'd be able to skip the key, but we've got permanent key on. Or no, don't require magic keys, I guess is the name of the flag. So that's the first flag that changes things. So already we're opening up all these treasury chests, and we've got the death necklace, an herb, gold, no treasure guards so far, building up the suspense, and that top left one is an herb. So no treasure guards in the throne room, because that's another flag we have on, is treasure guards. But the other flag that we have on is open charlock. What that means is that we won't find any of the quest items in this seed. So here it looks like, so another thing about the don't require keys is that you can get grinds in the treasury going really easily. So it looks like Beta grinded something. He grinded some gold. So Beta just has a ton of cash right now. But then he used the wings to get outside quickly, which is as good a use for the wings as any. And is trying to find something to kill. But with this swamp is kind of taking up a lot of that zone 0. So now Beta is just trying like as close as he can, but there's a lot of kind of scarier monsters around. Yeah, Diabetes is our only poor tracker trying to track 4 players, so yeah, it might be easy for him to miss something. So chat, feel free to let him know. See, Juef is back in the treasury, just grabbing all the chests there again. There's some good stuff. There's herbs. Doesn't look like anyone has gotten a kill yet, but here jkoper has a Draki on screen with 8 strength. That's pretty free. But he did not get it. Did he run away? No, he's running away from stuff. Where's he going? Looks like we got Swamp North under the castle. But it's full of Star Wyverns, and Juef is not going to be able to get through. Yeah, jkoper probably trying to keep gold, but he got a treasury full of it, you know? And that's another flag that's on this week is... not summer sale, but random shop prices. So you don't even know, you might get there and find that the flame sword is $5 and, you didn't even need to keep gold. Here, Juef has found these Drakis, and it looks like he's going to be the first to graduate to level 2 in just a second here, if it'll stop dodging. Oh, and it has heal more. That's just funny. I mean, oh no! It has heal more and the weak breath. Wow. What a terrible thing. 50% heal more, 25% fire. That sucks. I mean, isn't it like a slime and a red slime can't even use healing spells because they don't have enough max HP? Yeah, it looks like Beta made it through the swamp cave and didn't get very far. This is a difficult start here, but the Drakis exist, so that's something. There's magicians. They're a little tough. Man. You got herbs. Can you survive a fire breath? Yes, Beta, our #1 Demon Knight fan. Not enough fairy waters to kill one, unfortunately. Yeah, as Chirno's pointing out, with 5 herbs, which juef now has, might have a shot at this magician. And it looks like that's Beta's got that idea too. Oh, and a critical hit. That was a critical hit for juef. Did 8 damage, did not kill. The magicians have 9 to 12 HP, and he had already gotten a couple of hits in, and it's still not dead. And finally it goes down, and juef is the first to break out and get level 2, which has 1 agility, 2 hit points, 9 MP, and the hurt spell. So that that level was seeming like a real turkey for a while, but that hurt spell is going to make a big difference. That helps a lot. Yeah, it takes more swings to kill this magician than it's going to take to kill the Dragon Lord at the end. And jkoper actually has a metal scorpion on screen, which might be an appealing target once you have that hurt spell. And he's still resetting, still hoping to find a town. I mean, that would be huge for him if he found a town, picked up a broadsword or a flame sword. Right now it's just not paying off, and I think Beta's going to be out of jail pretty soon here. The hurts start coming down on juef's side, and he's already level 3 with 9 strength, 2 agility, 12 hit points, and 12 MP, so another pretty big level. Beta's still working on that magician. I mean, what are the odds of a critical hit are 1 in 32? So, I mean, you're pretty likely to get a critical hit in there. But I think their critical hit is 4 to... Oh, here's another level for juef. 1 strength, 2 agility, 3 hit points. Pretty small level there. Oh, and finally it goes down for Beta. And now he's level 2. OVL is going to try that swamp cave. jkoper takes another death, but does not reset that one. And juef has seen a metal scorpion. So if he goes back to that zone, that should be really good for him. OVL is walking back and forth here in the swamp cave zone. Did she see like a slime or something? So far, I think there's been, well, Goldman, Magidraki, Poltergeist. Goldmen have the weak breath. Here is level 5 for juef, 8 strength, 1 agility, 0 hit points, 3 MP, heal, and outside. So another pretty decent level. But I think there were also Star Wyverns in that zone. So pretty small chance that the Swamp Cave zone can do anything for OVL unless she decides to do the strat on the Magidrakis that Beta and juef did on the Magicians. And yeah, that metal scorpion is just delicious. And there's Warlocks here. This is a phenomenal zone for juef. And there's level 6 with 5 strength, 1 agility, 7 hit points, and 7 magic points. So kind of steady gains here, but no huge revelations. But this one is rapidly slipping away from jkoper and OVL. And it looks like Beta is up north of start too, and is up at 66, now 74 experience points. Should be getting the Metal Scorpions and Warlocks as well. And there, yeah, according to Beta in chat, that was his first. This here is his very first Metal Scorpion. Trachemas can breathe fire. So that's 3 enemies so far that have the weak fire breath. OVL is still trying this swamp cave zone. Oh, and now is trying to swing on the Magidraki. So if she has a lot of herbs, that could work out. But their Beta just got smacked down by a poltergeist. Yeah, this is going extremely well for juef, getting really good encounters. Getting punched a little bit. They have low defense. That's the big wrinkle in this flag set is the permanent repel, which hasn't really been significant so far because these runners just don't have a ton of defense. That's probably the reason why you'll never see a slime or a red slime. They were able to see Drakis at the start. I mean, yeah, you're not repelling a whole lot at 11 defense. Juef does get through a Drakima there and is now very close to level 7. Oh, the Metal Scorpions have heal more, because of course they do. Doesn't seem to be does not seem to be super high odds though. And there is level 7, 5 strength, 4 agility, 2 hit points, 4 MP, and heal more already. That's because that's one of the flags that's on is heal hurt before more, I think. Yeah, less before more. So that heal more can't even show up until after you already have heal. So that's pretty lucky, you know, a little rare to get heal more this early. In my race, it wasn't until level 16. There's the very last hurt goes out for juef, and it's a lucky one shot on the Metal Scorpion, and then he plunges into the swamp to his doom. That's interesting that apparently the way that it works in the randomizer's code is that if the seed generates to put heal more before heal, it'll just swap them. Now, juef getting the business from the heal more Scorpion again. Decides to go with a swing hurt strat. Does not kill. Now he's got it. So it looks like almost 15 minutes in, and this has become a two-person race with OVL and jkoper not finding a way to escape level 1 jail. Sooner or later, jkoper will find a town, and that might make a difference, but like juef is just making phenomenal progress right now, already over 500 experience points, and beta about 170 behind. Juef is again trying the swing hurt strat against the Metal Scorpion. Definitely not high enough strength yet to prefer swinging. But it's like, it's funny because even that isn't a sure thing, but the one punch does pretty reliably reduce its HP without putting it into heal range. Just feels bad doing that on a Metal Scorpion when, you know, ordinarily you'd be doing that on an Axe Knight or something. And here is level 8 for juef. 1 strength, 14 agility, 4 hit points, 4 MP, and the spell of Radiant. So it's another 7 points of defense. That won't get rid of any of the things that he's grinding there, but now he's kind of, he definitely jumped into that swamp planning to die, almost made it to the other side. Now OVL has the right idea, fighting this Magidraki while Koper gets burned up by the regular Draki. Let's see, 3 herbs left. It's like a little mini Dragon Lord. Magidraki packs between 10 and 13 hit points, and it goes down, and OVL is free. jkoper did succeed at some point in killing a Draki, and he has 3 experience points, which is 2 short of level 2. So that might be the ultimate fate of jkoper, is to find a second Draki, kill it before it burns him to death, and also get the hurt, and, you know, by then be probably over 1,000 experience points behind juef and beta. Ooh, and out comes the hurt spell on beta's side against the rogue scorpion. That's getting a little more ambitious. It hits him for 26. These guys do a lot. He's gonna try the herbs to try and fish for a low roll. There's 21, so probably can't kill him from 28. Okay, that's 2 hurts. The third one, I don't know if that's guaranteed. I think it'd usually do it, but he gets it for 70 experience points. A nice big chunk out of juef's lead. And unfortunately, jkoper cannot bring down that Draki. And OVL is headed back toward the swamp cave. Meanwhile, juef and beta are exploring the world, hoping to find a town or something. Juef gets away from a green dragon, and here's a droll magi for beta. He can cast hurt on it possibly 3 times if it doesn't 2-shot him. Looks like it won't. I don't know if that's enough to kill a droll magi. Oh, he might get well, he won't get a 4th shot because he's out of MP. Yeah, and it does not work out for him. With better rolls, that might have worked out. But looks like juef is back here on the Metal Scorpions. And yeah, I find that from my experience, level 9 is about the point where Metal Scorpions start to feel bad. I think that like a Metal Scorpion grind to level 9 is pretty pragmatic pretty smart. But yeah, juef feels good with level 8 and is making... seems to be covering a lot of the world map. And jkoper did at some point bring down a second Draki and achieve level 2, and now has the power of hurt. At around the same time that OVL hits level 3. And begins to find those excellent hurt targets. Oh, you got a crit on one. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, and a Wraith pops up for juef, but his resources are too low to handle it. And sends him home. And juef and Beta have been out of jail for a while now and have found Bubkiss between them. I've not seen any caves or any towns on either of their screens, and they've covered quite a bit of ground. So this is a difficult seed in multiple dimensions. Yes, indeed, a very, very special overworld. And those metal scorpions are also... The metal scorpions have like the exact loadout as the Drakis. 75% heal more, holy smokes. And 25% fire breath. Ah, so here are the wolves that Beta mentioned on Zone 1. The east-west zone, I guess. At 40 experience a pop, they're pretty good, especially when the metal scorpions are so crappy. And yes, he is wolfing down the experience, and has now drawn to within barely 100 points of Beta as he grabs level 8, or of juef as he grabs level 8. But now juef has found the wolves, and we'll see if he sticks here until level 9. Now juef is determined to explore, and there's the red dragon. Gets the jump on him, 39 damage, and of course he cannot run away. That would be a tall order. And juef is back into the treasury. Gonna grab some gold and some herb. Yeah, that 2 herb treasury is pretty nice. You'd rather have a fairy water with this seed, but it's pretty good. And meanwhile, jkoper has overtaken OVL on experience points, although OVL has located the prime zone. Oh, and there's a wyvern for OVL. That's actually a great enemy that I'm not sure juef or no, one of them has definitely seen the wyvern up there. But it's also breathing fire, not a huge deal. Probably does about the same damage as their peck, but and juef grabs some more gold. Does not grab the herbs. Maybe he's already maxed out on them. And he's back into the metal scorpion zone as Beta encounters the red dragon, perhaps not for the first time. Okay, apparently that was, yeah, his red dragon discovery moment. We all remember our first. Yeah, Night Dew, they do have healing. That's definitely a saving grace of this seed. It basically means that you know, they're stuck at this decision point of, do I explore or do I grind? Because, you know, you have healing, so you could explore. But also, you know, you have hurt and there are decent enemies here to grind. So you could also grind, and so there is a strategic decision point here. And they have 50-something hit points, which academically speaking is hit points that they have. It's not a huge number, and it doesn't do much to save you from the likes of red dragons and green dragons and star wyverns. As here, Beta is getting nothing but star wyverns in the swamp cave, and he can't get away from this one. Right as jkoper grabs level 6. Their Beta double checks to make sure he doesn't have sleep when that stone man pops up. He does not, but he's able to escape anyway. And there is that star wyvern. So I think, yeah, by this point we've seen the whole zone here in Swamp Cave with star wyverns, stone men, magidrakis, poltergeists, one other thing. But Beta having no luck making it through that swamp cave, which is unfortunate because it's, just a matter of not running into those star wyverns. Well, I did not see the cave to the southwest. Possible that they saw it and didn't make it. But Beta has a wyvern on screen, but he's, while that whole time that Beta was trying to walk through Swamp Cave, Juef was grinding, so he was able to pull the gap a little more. Almost 300 points now between them, or 200 rather. But those wyvern kills are absolutely massive for Beta. Those are worth 2 or 3 of the kills that Juef is getting. So those really took big chunks out of the lead there. Unfortunately, they're not in one of those like safe starter zones, so they might be mixed in with some nasty business. But definitely Beta getting better luck in those zones than he had in the swamp cave. And Hurt's coming down even against the Drolls for Beta at 37 strength with no weapon. You're just not going to be getting a lot done with that basic attack. The Hurt spell is pulling a lot of weight right now, and you can imagine how bad this seed would be if Hurt wasn't online yet. Yeah, and the Hurt break even on the Droll doesn't activate until 46 attack power. But here's a town. Holy cow! Look at that. We've got a broadsword shortage in Alifgard. Thankfully, the flame sword market is here to pick up the slack. Half plate pretty affordable too. So that creates a bit of a scenario here where Beta has some defense now and is repelling some percentage of the things that he can kill, but that flame sword will help a lot to make sure that he can in fact kill stuff, because there's Breckenary here way over on the east of the map. I'm not sure. Okay, we got a couple of caves here up in the corner, or in the west of the map rather. There's your totally useless Staff of Rain, Trade-in Man, and the Grave. Meanwhile, Juef spots our open Charlock. And And Beta is getting the Star Wyvern again now on the top of Grave. Oh man, that thing has just been hounding him throughout this seed, stalking him and sending him home constantly. Meanwhile, juef sees a different town from the one that Beta saw, and it is Hawksnest, because of course it is. And juef is on the warpath. He's at least going to try to get knowledge of this, but I really can't see him taking down any... Nah, he's going to leave. It comes to his senses, perhaps. Really can't see him taking down anything that could be on that spike tile. I mean, at this point, there aren't even that many treasure guards that they could take down, I don't think. I mean, I guess the wyverns we know they can beat, and the gold man, probably. There are other things that can be on that treasure card spot, like, you know, the wizard is completely off the table, absolutely nothing for that, and the Star Wyvern, you know, as Beta saw, just does way too much damage, can't even think about it. The Magi Wyvern, maybe? Well, there's one, and Beta's swinging at it, so let's see. Oh, it's casting Sleep! He keeps swinging. Okay, but it also has Hurt. It also has Hurt. There's FF5CD Tourney raiding with a party of 4. You guys having a Final Fantasy V race over there? This is Dragon Warrior Randomizer Winter League Week 1. And we've got a Scorcher here between juef and Beta down on the bottom. Very close. They were able to escape a challenging level 1 jail long before jkoper and OVL could, and are now neck and neck with juef holding a narrow experience lead, while Beta was the one to find the town that gave him stuff. Now Beta has found Swamp South, so in the end, he did make it to the other side of Swamp Cave. And yeah, Beta is really hanging tight with that experience gap. He has been taking stronger enemies. He's been just bringing down tougher targets. And here's level 9. I missed it on juef's side. So it's 2 strength, 3 agility, 8 hit points, 11 MP, and the Spell of Return. Oh my god, and of course the wolves are casting Heal. I was talking earlier about how they must be better than the metal scorpions that are casting Heal more, but not by much. Yeah, there's a nice concentration in this seed of these like early mid-game enemies. There's a lot of wolves, a lot of metal scorpions, a lot of wyverns around. You know, you're not like hurting for those enemies. I saw a wraith at one point. So I've played a lot of seeds where there's just nothing in that category. And it just feels like, you know, there's this big gap between like scorpions and magi wyverns with nothing to do. And that's not the case here. But yeah, hard to find that kind of stable zone with stuff. You know, stuff right on the bleeding edge of what you can take, like this Magi Wyvern here for Beta. And yeah, stuff is just like a lot of the good enemies are just crap in this one. Like the Magi Wyverns are normally great, but they got Sleep, and the wolves are healing, and the metal scorpions are healing, and the wyverns are breathing fire. It just sucks. Here, juef learns about the sleep casting Magi Wyvern, and we'll see if he decides to stick it out. This one he's very drowsy. Yeah, he's not scared. Keeps throwing the hurts. And the Magiwyverns are now going down on Juef's screen. Now OVL has found Hawksness and considers her options, thinks better of it, exits, has made it all the way out as far as Juef made it there. And now Juef is trying the Droll Magi, one of my favorite enemies. And it seems to be decently friendly. Just smacking them with those big eye stalks. And yeah, Beta in chat lamenting his Star Wyvern run luck, which has been less than excellent. 44 agility is yeah, in that range where you should be getting away from him, you know, from time to time. And the red dragon pops up and sends Juef home yet again. Jkoper just grabbed level 8, so he's kind of staying in this one. OVL hasn't made much progress since level 7. And man, what a great treasury! Just a nice little starter kit there for when you're heading out. Juef has still, at 36 minutes, not seen a non-Hawksness town, a town, if you will. But he's gonna try and finish out the rest of level 9, get to level 10 on these weaker enemies, which makes sense. Beta is walking to the sandy tiles here in Hawksness, liking these Druin Lords, another excellent enemy. Very, very cool color scheme on those guys. But I think there's some crap in here. There's stone men. And there's level 10 with 15 strength, 3 agility, and some hit points and some MP. Just looks like a couple MP. Let's see. Okay, so Beta's defense is 38, and Juef's is 23. So Juef is actually defense breaking with no armor, just nary a thread. He is defense breaking Drakimas, but not skeletons. Nor is he defense breaking warlocks and metal scorpions. So Beta with that half plate is just barely breaking metal scorpions, which limits his options pretty considerably. He can still get wolves, although those are almost gone. A little more agility will make those go away. Oh, it was 19 MP. Wait, 6. Oh yeah, it was 19 MP. Yep. That's a nice big pile of MP. You can cast a lot of hurts with that. They're probably gonna use it mostly for heal mores. And you can see there, Beta, I think he's in the zone 2 there. And you can see he's repelling just everything except the wolves, which is actually really good, right? Like wolves, if you can get nothing but wolves, that's pretty solid. And he's going to be level 10 just in a nanosecond here, and going to grab that huge strength and big MP number. Now with that flame sword, Beta is sitting on 82 attack power, which is you can get a lot done with 82 attack. Juef, unfortunately, cannot deal with that Magiwyvern. Gets sent home, so that's going to give Beta a little more time to close the gap even tighter. Now, jkoper is going to discover Hawksness in his sunny springtime seed. And now, yeah, here Beta showing off what he can do with that that huge attack number and taking on this green dragon. That should be, with heal more, should be no problem. Got just the right amount of HP to make it happen, and down it goes. That's for 135, and that's going to pretty much wipe out the gap to Juef. In fact, it puts him in the lead. So that that flame sword is really the difference maker right now. But Juef is very soon to find Breckenary here. He is on the western edge of this radically square-shaped map. Oh, but the werewolf did in Beta and sent him home. Hey, when Breckenary has a $5 deep discount flame sword, it's okay to say nice things about it. Yeah, it's crazy being that far east and having the first town you find being almost all the way to the west, but there's all the other towns too. Where are they? It's actually a $38 flame sword, not a $5 flame sword. It's still very cheap, and Juef does grab the half plate, which is smart, and is now in equipment parity with Beta, which will help him start racking up those big kills. Beta's actually going to try Hawksness here. He swings at the Demon Knight. Got plenty of attack power for that. Will need a third swing here, though. He's going to heal. Gets it in 3. Kind of got an unlucky low roll there, but grabs that big 90 experience. And, well, he and Juef are still pretty even. Juef's going to grab this Star Wyvern. And we're going to get to see what is on this spike tile. It's a Stone Man. So not something you want to grind if you can help it. But should be killable with some effort here from Beta. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's really bad. They're swinging for 40. He's going to risk the 37. Going to have to hope for some low rolls here to make this happen. Man, 39. This would be a good time to be counting damage. And it goes down for that 155 hit points, not even remotely worth the effort, and finds absolutely nothing. So, kind of an inauspicious moment for Beta, but more likely than not, everyone else is going to come back and do that at some point too. And it looks like he just willingly took the death there and got sent home. Meanwhile, Juef has entered the grave, and it looks like he's going to give it a try. Going to try at least these top 3 chests. Yeah, if that was Erdrick's armor, Beta would be quite favored to win right now. It'd be huge grabbing that before anyone else. But as it stands, this race is quite close. But Juef is going for bottom of grave, which is unlikely to pay out for him. Of course, if it does, he'll look like a genius. That's what I always say to myself when I'm making a play like this. But it just, bottom grave feels even worse in open Charlock, 'cause, you know, there's less stuff to find. But it is no armor in Charlock, and we know that at least one of the search spots is empty, so... And juef is knocking on the door of level 11. Any level. We've had Hurt since level 2. And Hurtmore has not come online yet. But any level now, it could activate and send this seed into overdrive. Beta dodges an Armored Knight there. That's pretty impressive, but can't get away from the Axe Knight. There's some more money in Grave Chest 4. 1 chest left. And juef is going to have it in a jiffy. With the permanent repel, another flag that's on is no repel in dungeons. So you can still get all the regular encounters in the dungeons. In fact, you can't repel in dungeons at all. And there's a curse belt. And a fact that was news to me after my race was that the curse belts do not work like normal in this flag set. It distributes all of the items and the curse belts as if Open Charlock was off first, and then removes all of the quest items and leaves the curse belts. So finding a curse belt just means that hypothetically there might have been at one point in the past a quest item on a search spot, not necessarily that one of the ones you're actually looking for is there. And juef takes kind of a bad death that I don't think he wanted against that green dragon. And I didn't know that during my race. And it worked out very well for me because it turned out that Erdrick's sword was in fact on the Hawk's Nest search spot in that race. So I was not punished. In fact, I was handsomely rewarded. So that curse belt in the bottom of Grave tells juef basically nothing. But their level 11 has 11 more strength, 8 hit points, 24 hit points, 8 agility, and I think also a double-digit MP number. So another big level there at 11, but still no Hurtmore. Oh, here it is again. 11, 8, 24 hit points, 13 MP, and stop spell. Yeah, that's double digits all the way down. That's a huge level. And that stop spell exists. I don't think we've really seen anything that would be a great stop spell target. Yeah, I guess the Magi Wyverns, maybe. Although at this point, you know, you're fighting green dragons. You don't super want to swing at Magi Wyverns. Diabetes must be breathing a sigh of relief right now, being the sole tracker. Pretty easy to track a race where nobody ever finds anything. Just whole seed with no items to track. 48 minutes in, and to be fair, the only things to actually find are Erdrick's sword, Erdrick's armor, the fairy flute, and the death necklace. But still, it's, I mean, we've found like a very small percentage of the checks so far. Beta has found, oh, we got a treasure guard here in the old man cave. He stop spells it immediately and is going to chop it down with little resistance, and this is going to be either the sword or the armor. Yeah, I was literally done with my race before 49 minutes, and it is the armor. And Beta is fully kitted out. Now he faces kind of a difficult moment here where he has to decide. There's no guarantee that the sword is not in Charlock. So you could very well end up having to go down Charlock to get that sword, or else explore the whole rest of the map to confirm that it's in there. And Beta has once again overtaken juef on experience and has located Cantlin, so that's going to be a huge, huge point of knowledge. One thing that could happen that could favor juef is if it turns out that the sword is in Charlock, and Beta decides to go and dive grave looking for it. That could be a huge point in juef's favor, since he's already done that. But right now, things are certainly beginning to tilt toward Beta, but now juef is about to get his armor, and even up the score yet again. That large shield's pretty expensive. The merchant in this game even kind of looks like the boy this stuff is really expensive guy from Legend of Zelda. I mean, you'd still buy that, you know, if you happen to have 2,500 gold on you, but boy, you're hoping that silver shield's cheap. And it looks like there were some coordinates down there. Anybody in chat get the, okay, it was a fight seed, gotcha. No coordinates. Let's see, I think that juef does have Erdrick's armor now. And he's going to purchase, he might actually, okay, juef might have enough money for the large shield. Should be pretty nice. Would give him kind of a leg up if it turns out that there's no silver shield. And that silver shield is now the only thing that he's looking for in these shops, because he has Erdrick's armor and the best sword you can buy. And 57 is the current defense number. I think Beta's defense is actually 61 because he has large shield or small shield. Which, wow, has him repelling quite a bit. Everything up through Wraith Knights are the weakest thing that he can still get. Rogue Scorpions are gone. Now here we get to see Thou must go and fight yet again. While Beta has stretched his legs ahead of juef by maybe a kill and a half. And grabs level 12 there, which had the sleep spell and some minor stat gains. And it looks like juef did buy one of those overpriced large shields. Now has an advantage of 6 defense over Beta and might now be repelling Wraith Knights. $67, so he's not repelling Wraith Knights. He's 1 defense away from doing that. Jkoper, it looks like, is in the grave, diving that, and meeting with the stone men and getting sent home. And juef is about to get his level 12. With 6 strength, 11 agility, 1 hit point, and 5 MP, and that sleep spell. So yeah, still no hurt more. It's the only spell that's missing, but that sleep spell might help a little bit against the rampant stone men. It'd be really interesting. I so wish that we had like like stats for this game, like long term across all tournaments, you know, detailed stats. So I'd really like to see something like, you know, if you could rank all the monsters in the game by the number of times that they've been seen, that they've been encountered across all races, you know, what would be, how would they rank? It's gotta be like Axe Knights would be number one, right? Because people are grinding them all the time. Yeah, but it feels like Stone Men are very, very prolific. Beta has located the town of Remolder, which is kind of ho-hum in a don't require keys seed, but yeah, no treasure guard on that chest, just some money. You can check the shop for a silver shield. I guess Beta must have already looked and not found one. Oh, 5,100 gold. Okay, yeah. That's an interesting point where like you could maybe get that a little later. That's not an unreasonable gold number to hit, especially since an open Charlock don't require keys seed is going to have tons and tons and tons of gold chests. Now juef is hot on Beta's heels. I think about to walk into Remolder here and learn about the price of silver shields and the money available in hotel rooms. Yeah, it's very true that silver shield is less appealing in permanent repel, or in no repel in dungeons rather. Doesn't matter how high your defense goes, those wizards and werewolves and star wyverns and green dragons aren't going anywhere. And Beta has located the mountain cave and will potentially find a quest item in here. So far, nothing. Fairy water. A metal slime doesn't want a piece of them. Wings. Torch. Junk cave so far. Burn off that torch, get rid of it. Get some star wyvern points here. Now juef is finding mountain cave right behind Beta. It's like a foot race right now. They're very close on experience points. Beta slightly ahead geographically and in experience points, but juef right behind him, and with the advantage of already having taken care of the grave. Of course, if they find coal, you know, at the same time and sword is there, Beta won't have to go to grave, and that'll put him in the lead. Of course, Cherno not aware that the torches in Dragon Warrior are all smokeless torches, so there's no risk of smoking up caves. And juef does the exact same thing, burns off the torch, gets rid of it. And Beta arrives in coal, which is kind of the moment of destiny here. Checks the shop, not sure what he was hoping to find. I guess just wants to be aware that the silver shield exists there, which it does, and no treasure guard, and finds nothing. So that's really good for juef, because that means that Beta is probably going to at least go to the grave, if not dive all the way to the bottom. And I think we may not have seen Tablet yet. Oh, there's also Garanham. Garanham might have the sword. So still a chance for Beta here to get away, but oh, that large shield is going to buy a large shield. Beta's still opening the chests. Could just walk over them to scan for treasure guards, but perhaps interested. Already has the death necklace. Just risking obtaining a flute, clogging his inventory with music. Now juef is in. Coal in there. So I think the only chest left is Tablet Cave. Ah, Fighter's Ring. Yeah, Fighter's Ring is nice too. They're even kind of mirroring each other on the encounters with juef got that red dragon and retook the experience lead, and now Beta's gonna get one and take it back and be our first runner on level 13. Yeah, Crave is in a really, really inconvenient location. Hard to route that in. Oh, and juef actually reached level 13 first, and Beta will get it right now. And it has for him 5 agility, 17 hit points, 7 MP. Getting him up over 100 hit points total. No Great White Hope. Nobody is in Grind and Go yet, but juef and Beta are well on their way there. Juef needs to clear out Garenham up here, I think, and they both need to locate Tablet Cave to verify that Erdrick's sword is in Charlock, which is seeming increasingly likely. Meanwhile, jkoper just now hits level 10. Just has not really been able to make any meaningful progress on the gap between himself and juef and Beta. But jkoper about to get his Erdrick's armor, so might be able to at least stay in this race, kind of. But these red dragons have gone from being bane of adventurers to being experience point pinatas for Beta and juef, as they now have all their gear and are able to kill them. Also, I'm pretty sure Beta has a large shield now. I think he bought that in Garenham. And yeah, they're just basically even on experience at this point. Yeah, neither Koper nor OVL have found Breckenary or any other shop having town. But Beta has located Tablet, and juef is back in Mountain, so advantage Beta on the Tablet locating portion of the program. And it is not the sword, it is some fairy water, so sword is confirmed in Charlock. Let's see, has anyone checked the Swamp Cave Spike to see if that's a grindable thing? Not sure. I'll have to see the stats here. jkoper has found Cantlin, and juef is now in Tablet and is about to get his complete knowledge, while Beta's probably on his way to Garen's grave, because that's just way too much to leave hanging when you still have it outstanding and still need that sword. And looking at these stats here, they're definitely gonna need a little more strength. They're getting close. What is that? It's 111 with Erdrick's sword. which is, yeah, definitely not in the ballpark yet. You need a few more levels at least. And juef has found the green dragons, and I believe, Chirno, that juef has explored all of the non-Charlock locations, but he doesn't feel the need for a spike tile right now with this excellent green dragon zone providing him, is going to get him at least a 14. There's also wizards here. One more solid fight will get him there while Beta works on Garen's grave. And at this point, juef has achieved a well-defined experience gap after he was neck and neck with Beta for most of the seed. Oh, this is just an excellent zone here with wizards, green dragons, and red dragons. Got everything you need. And we'll see if level 14 is the level here. Only 4 strength, not yet. 2 agility, 6 hit points, and 8 MP. Getting closer, but yeah, that's just not going to happen. 115 attack power with Erdrick's sword. Even if you could put on Death Necklace, it wouldn't be enough. juef menus over to spell as the Axe Knight, activates Pavlovian conditioning to click Hurtmore, but Hurtmore has not appeared yet. Huge gap between Hurt and Hurtmore in this seed. Now juef is back in Rim. I think he has enough money for the silver. He does. 5,360. That'll do it. Oh no, I was looking at... No, I guess that was his money, okay. Thought maybe I was looking at his experience. Oh yeah, right, he sold back the large shield, which was also pretty expensive, and got a bunch of money back. There, jkoper has some gear now. OldVampireLady is over in the Brecconary region. juef clearing grave on first pass gave him the funds for silver here. Yeah, he'd be getting silver shield money pretty soon anyway, I think. Now Beta has silver shield money from that gold chest in grave. Now you start thinking, if you're fighting red dragons for experience, you'd really like to have Erdrick's sword. It's just, man, diving just for the sword feels so bad for me. But juef is marching west and is headed to Charlock. And in he goes. He is gonna get that sword. I guess if he was fighting Charlock enemies anyway, you might as well. And Beta is almost done here now, is finished with his grave exploration, and is only a few hundred experience points behind juef. Barely a red dragon separates them. Yeah, with the really high MP, diving and grinding feels pretty good in Charlock. Thing is, werewolves are pretty annoying. I think they're the second dodgiest enemy in the game after the demon knights, and they don't often die in 2 or 3 hits. I guess 3 hits is kind of the standard here at this attack power. Let's see, they got 53 to 70 hit points. The 3-shot is guaranteed at 131, so they're not guaranteed a 3-shot. Pretty likely to get a 3-shot, but yeah, werewolves just don't feel that good. There sure are a lot of them. Now, some werewolves for beta, according to the principle of equal time, beta needs to get his werewolves and star wyverns. The 86s, the 86 attack power buddies, star wyverns and werewolves. They're everywhere. I think juef might be defense breaking them. Looks like it. Seeing single digits from a star wyvern. Yeah, it looks like the dedicated sword dive is the way to go here. And some wizards for good measure, worth 120, which is a way better value than the werewolves or star wyverns. Juef does not want to fight the golems. That's kind of the downside of this, is you're also thinking about conserving your resources while you're fighting stuff. I mean, that would have gotten him the level if he had gone for it. This one sneak attacks him, so yeah, definitely won't take that one. Still has 94 MP left, though. Maybe he thinks he can finish. He would need a big strength level. But he's done a really, really good job saving his MP. I looked up and I was stunned to see he was at 94. But it'll all come down to, oh, there's the fairy flute. It'll all come down to what's on that level. It's just been all junk so far here. Fighter's ring, there's your fighter's ring. But only one chest now, 50-50 chance that sword is on judge's table. On it goes. No! Oh no! The sword is on the vanilla spot! And juef's hope of doing it all in one is dwindling. This is a vodcast, but I was unspoiled. I did not know that this was going to happen. Juef plays the flute for the golem. Here's the tune. I don't have audio in the commentator's booth, so someone's going to have to tell me what the flute music was. Juef plays it again, in case you guys didn't catch it. Chino doesn't recognize it. Beta says it sounds vaguely familiar. And there was level 15 for juef, which didn't really have any strength on it. So this is not going to be the dive for the win. So he might as well fight the golems, right? I don't know why he's not fighting stuff. You might as well. Yeah, Beta maintaining no pretensions of a single dive win. Juef is just a werewolfitarian here, only wants werewolves. And there is the sword. Oh, that was actually the treasure guard was a werewolf. How appropriate. And he looks at that stat line, sees there's no chance. Okay, here's level 15 for Beta, so we can see what the numbers were. 1, 9, 3, 3. Yeah, and that one strength is just the nail in the coffin for any hope of beating the Dragon Lord on this dive. Even if you could put the Death Necklace on, it would be a heavy lift. They're at 118 now, which is a big fat 25 swing fight on average. If they boosted that to 128, that would improve it to a 16 swing fight. And they've got like, what, 12 heal mores? So like maybe, you know, if you had Fairy Water, you'd have an outside shot. But jkoper is actually in Charlock, might end up getting the sword quite early in his career. I haven't been paying any attention to him if he's how much of the stuff he's checked up in the overworld. Juef is still like using herbs. I don't know. Wait, let's see here if he's heading back toward the bottom. I mean, he must be. Otherwise, you just cast outside. Now Beta's about to get the bad news. Does Juef think that he's going to get to 16 on the spike tile? Yeah, I mean, 17 may very well end up being needed. I mean, it could be that whatever's on the spike tile is really good. Okay, I stayed quiet for the flute music that time. But it could be that whatever's on the spike is really, really good, and that you'll be glad you got there with 94 MP. Or the golem being a cool guy and throwing out heals, just wants to make it take forever. Yeah, Beta just now beginning his march back to the judges' table. And Juef just wiping out these golems is now over 1,000 experience ahead of Beta. They end up being a pretty decent grind enemy because, like, if you can just flute them, keep them asleep through the first few swings, then they'll start casting heal, which you can swing through. And yeah, now see that one's already casting heal for Juef, and you can just start. Did Beta leave a chest? Oh, I guess he got the fighter's ring and then just stepped on it and confirmed there was no treasure guard. Yeah. And it's a blue dragon on the spike tile, which will not get juef to the level, if my math is right. Yeah, 10 short. This werewolf will do it. But he'll be at kind of low HP here. Let's see. Is it 16? 3 strength, 7 speed, 6 hit points, 4 MP, and hurt more. Nope. That's not going to do it. Yeah, probably time to just grind this zone. Now, juef, if you go back through the blue dragon spike, you could hit the sand tiles and get more encounters. Beta is not about that life, and he just clicks outside and goes home. Goes all the way to the MP man in Tanagel to get his refill. Which I guess makes as much sense as anything, since none of the towns are conveniently placed. Ah, the Swamp Spike is on Beta's mind. But there's a guy, oh, of all the weeks to not have NPC guillotine. That guy just taking up the whole hallway with his girth. Yeah, NPC guillotine is that cool flag that lets you find out what all the NPCs say. Or at least the ones that are inclined to get in your way. Ooh, but it's an Axe Knight on the Swamp Spikes, so that's pretty nice. Probably, without Hurtmore, probably not quite as good as what juef's got going with the Golems. But once Hurtmore comes on, this is a delicious grind. Absolutely scrumptious. But juef has pulled quite a gap. About 2,000 points now separate them. These golems just ooze experience from every pore. Yeah, I mean, this is an incredible, incredible maneuver for juef. He's been in Charlock. He's killed like 35 Charlock enemies and not used a single heal more. It's pretty impressive. But he's having to play this super safe because he can't use a heal more. And here's 17, 2 strength, 5 hit points, 2 MP. Oh no. When does juef ever 123 attack power? There's just no way. He's thinking hard about it. He throws an herb. Is he gonna try? What could... There's no way. He has a 0% chance, right? It's winnable, Beta says. What was he at 123? That's a 19 swing fight. He puts on the death necklace. Or is it like 121? I mean, yeah, with DM, that puts you way under 97 HP. This is, I mean, yeah, there's a universe where it happens, but this is far from safe. Yeah, 11 heal mores, man. Like, it's not even, like, super comfortable. He's really trying to angle for this here, using all his heals. I guess this is as good a way to go home as any, and yeah, he takes the swing on 47, because what else are you gonna do? Gets rewarded for it. Okay, he does have 96. What was his max HP before Death Necklace? Oh, it was 128. Okay, yeah, that's more than I thought. Now it's 96. Okay, yeah, that makes a little more sense. Get 11 heal mores going in at 133 attack. That's a 13 swing fight. So yeah, with an opening double, yeah, that's looking okay. It's just he could be forced to double heal more, and that's an 8 roll. But if Juef pulls this off, this will go down as a historic victory. And so far he's getting exactly what he needs. Throws a fairy water, which is, I think, slightly better than attacking on 133. Last heal more down. I haven't been counting, so who knows? And it worked! Holy cow! Get your GGs out in chat for Juef, who pulled one of the most astonishing maneuvers I've ever seen to close out a seed. He survived fighting monsters in Charlock without using a heal more for about 20 years. Gained 2 levels. Used the death necklace at 128 HP. He entered at... Did he gain 3 levels? Didn't he enter at like 14? And that was remarkably played. Like, to be able to see that path, you know, because obviously he was hoping, you know, I'll be able to do it on 16. And then to see 16 not be the level. I mean, we were writing it off, right? Like saying, well, the dive in 1 is over after, you know, 16 wasn't the level. Now Beta's probably going to go to 18. No, he hits outside. Juef, I've never seen someone go into Charlock, gain 3 levels, and win the game. I mean, has that ever happened? And now it's just, I mean, beta is far from a sure thing here, doing it on 17. Although, oh, he has all the MP, so actually it's pretty solid. That's one thing I forgot, is that juef never had more than 94 MP because he couldn't regain any of his MP from those levels. Is he gonna death necklace unless his inventory is packed to the gills with fairy water? I'd say he's going. I would say he's gonna. Yeah, 96 HP isn't totally safe, but you can afford a few extra heal mores in case you have to double heal more. So I think he's gonna be okay. It's interesting, Beta saying that he did not know if juef finished because he wasn't looking at the race room. That kind of what I was thinking is he probably was looking at the race room, and so the reason why he's going for this kind of daring level 17 dive is because he knew juef was already done, and he didn't want to slip to third. But no, just yeah, saw the go mode, level 17. Yeah, and I think Beta's right there. Kind of the skill here is the sort of death necklace vision, to see that even though your HP is under 129 or under 130, putting on the death necklace makes this into a pretty comfortable go. Meanwhile, jkoper is just now getting level 14, but he already has his sword and armor, thanks to an impressively daring dive for sword at, I think, at level 11. Yeah, that Airdrick sword probably making a big difference there against the Axe Knight, but now Beta into the fight, not taking the 48 opportunity there, turning it down. Probably smart. Got some extra heal mores to work with. Getting a nice 16 roll there. Not a crappy 8 roll. And get your GGs out for Beta, who will finish in 2nd place. Now jkoper is quite far ahead of OVL. I would say is overwhelmingly likely to finish ahead of her. But still needs a couple more levels here from these Axe Knights. Not sure about jkoper's shield situation. None on the tracker. Does not have silver shield money. But does, I think, have large shield money. Yeah, we might get to see a stat check here after this Axe Knight when he hits level 15. Nope, no stat check. He knows that's not it. Technically, his shield is in a superposition state of being small, large, and silver all at the same time. In the later Dragon Quest games, the silver shield is like this tiny little buckler, and that upsets me greatly. Like, it should be a big giant shield, right? So how's everyone's weekend? Anybody still there? Yep, it's Vodcast weekend. What do you think Axe Knights look like without their armor on? Is there anything under there? Are they like turtles where it's like part of their body? Yeah, all that's left is the axe, yeah. They do look kind of like Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, maybe that's it. It makes sense if it, yeah, I guess it does kind of look like Saiyan armor. Yeah, it has like the cod piece and the shoulder pads. Yeah, I mean it makes sense because they're both drawn by Toriyama. No, jkoper's about to get level 16, where his Hurtmore will come online, and he'll be able to blow up these Axe Knights all the faster. And we'll see if he decides to go for or do the level 17 dive, or if he would rather wait until 18. He does have a silver shield. There you go. And he is thinking hard about those stats. I don't think you can do it on 16. Yeah, he's just gonna fight some more. Go to 17. Interesting how you can kind of tell how the seed went based on Jeff's and Beta's post-game stats, you can see that Beta got the flame sword so much sooner in his number of hurts. It's like 35 additional hurt spells for juef, but a lot more heals for Beta. 63 heals to 36. You know, the extra 800 steps for Beta, representing the grave dive, the later grave dive, and the extra Charlock dive. But Beta with only 12 bonks, about half as many as juef. But the exact same number of ambushes, so that's fair. And almost the exact same number of attacks in the end. I guess it evened out because like Beta probably had more attacks in the beginning when he had the flame sword earlier, but then at the end where juef was grinding on the golems and stuff in Charlock, he wasn't using any spells, so those were just attacks, while Beta was using Hurtmore's. It looks like jkoper's defense breaking the Axe Knights. Using herbs. I wouldn't use the herbs. Then you're probably going to want to go and buy more. Now jkoper heads to the MP man. It's level 17. Looks like he's gonna go for it. Or gonna get some herbs from the treasury. Smart. One herb, all he needs. Or he's going back for more Axe Knights. Seems like he may have thought about going and changed his mind. No, he's walking through Swamp. Does he not know where Charlock? No, he's been in Charlock. Maybe he's only ever been there through Swamp Cave. Or maybe it's faster, I don't know. He's going east. That doesn't feel right. What is he doing? Oh, that is fast. I don't know why he went east. Yeah, it was one continent. It looks like Coper's dive is going okay. Hasn't used... It's at full health, hasn't used any heal mores. And he's through the blue dragon and onto the blue guy. The guy with a blue coat and blue hair. And weird teal skin. DL2 is technically a blue dragon, yeah. Got a little more HP and a lot more defense, but you know. Into DL2 with 92 hit points, does not get back attacked. Breathing Fire will not get the opening double. But that silver shield he's got... Oh wait, he didn't put on the death necklace? No, he put on the death necklace. Oh yeah, he just rolled a 16, he's got a death necklace on. Ooh, Koper takes the 48 fire breath. Oh no! Oh no! And he's cursed. Oh, that's a big oof. You can't go in. Koper, you can't go into the castle when you're cursed. I actually don't know what happens if you back in through Swamp Cave. He's gonna try it. Oh no, he's just going back to the Axe Knights. Still got a good amount of MP left. You should hurt more, I think it's a lot faster on average. Yeah, and at 94 defense, the most the Dragon Lord could physical attack him for was 46. So that fire breath for 48 was the only way that he could die from there. And let's see, fire breath is 44 to 48. So it's 1 in 5 to do 48, is that right? And 50% to breathe fire, so it was basically 1 in 10 for that to happen. He's gonna go ahead and get 18 now. Still not even close to he still has, you know, more than twice as many experience points as OVL. Oh, it's 42 to 48, so it's even more unlikely. %, heal more. Axe Knights. Disgusting. Makes juef's grind look even better. Still, I would swing hurt more them, probably. I guess he has to consider that it's hard for him to get MP back. It looks like he's exactly a guaranteed 3-shot at 133 attack. But that means that in 2, yeah, but he has a chance to 2-shot, which means that in 2 he could hit it into heal more range to be annoying. Let's see what level 18 has. 14 strength. Holy smokes. 3 agility, 6 hit points, 1 MP. Yeah, get out of there. Cast Healmore, does not cast outside. I genuinely don't know what happens if you enter Charlock from behind when you're cursed. Look at all that green. Jkoper's still a little confused by the map, trying to find Charlock. Well, trying to find a town to heal at. Then go to Charlock. Yeah, he's gonna... I think you want to go north for Breckenary, don't you? $147 attack power is pretty incredible. And yeah, 112 MP is 14 heal mores. So that Dragon Lord's sweating. Not gonna get lucky a second time. $147 attack power is a 9 swing fight on average. So jkoper has 5 extra heal mores. Could potentially burn up to 7 and still be okay. One more level would indeed be safe. So your max roll's 23, so yeah, I don't know exactly how much HP this Dragon Lord has, but yeah, I mean, it's at least 7 or 8 swings, 9 swings on average. I suspect it might be a low HP Dragon Lord, given how, you know, juef was able to get through. It sucks so hard not being able to repel in dungeons. Like, you'd be getting nothing in this Charlock if you could repel. Only the golems on the bottom and the blue dragons. Did OVL get an excellent dodge against a werewolf or something? Yeah, that the chart in the DWR manual that shows how much the Dragon Lord can hit you for at different defense powers only goes up to 94. It doesn't even have 96 on it. '92 agility is just crazy high. You're better than a coin flip to run from a red dragon. Still not as high as you'd probably have in vanilla, but pretty high. carves up that blue dragon like nothing, and this is going to be just a spite match against the Dragon Lord. This is among the safest Dragon Lord fights ever known. I think even if he rolls minimum on every attack, he's still likely to win. He would only need like the closing double. And that's on a max HP dragon. And get your GGs out for jkoper, who will come in third place. How many heal bars were left? I wanted to see, I wasn't paying attention. And we'll see if the forfeit comes down for OVL. She still has a lot of work to do. See the cursor going around. And she's still walking. Able to afford that that silver shield. OVL has lots of money despite dying 45 times. Now is that jkoper gonna run it back and see if he can finish a second time before OVL finishes? Oh no, we're gonna try and see how many heal mores were left. Looks like it was 5. 5 heal mores left in the tank, which is like exactly what you would expect. So it's probably a 10 swing fight. 9 or 10 swing. OVL enters Charlock without a prayer of beating the Dragon Lord, but by this point I've seen her and she dove grave. I know she's been in Tablet. I think she's been in Garenham, so probably knows that this is where the sword is at. But ran from that werewolf, which isn't an encouraging sign that she's going to gain much experience in here. Ooh, the Axe Knight dodge, that always feels bad. It would be pretty astonishing if she ends up doing the same thing that juef did and gaining 2 levels in Charlock and then winning the game, but I don't know if OVL is going to see the path on 17. Although she does have 2 extra heal mores compared to what juef had by going in on 15 instead of 14. And she remembers the mercy rule and runs away from the Axe Knight and then risks it, gonna walk off that 15 hit points. Just getting run blocked to death over here. Thankfully the monsters are all weak. Oh, that'd be crazy if she went judge's table first. Now back up to 99 hit points, hasn't used a heal more, but gets punched by that golem. No flute, flute's in the bottom. Unfortunately not going judges first. Playing that. Does anyone know what the flute music is? Popeye the Sailor. Or, oh, it's Frosty the Snowman. Okay. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Yeah, okay. OVL on our way back to the judges' table. Yeah, you're gonna hit every single check in this seed, to be sure. Pretty much the only way to dodge it would be to either go judges first or skip bottom grave and pray that it's not there. And you, like, if you skipped bottom grave in this one, then when you cleared out the treasury and didn't find the sword, you'd be feeling incredibly bad. That would be like, oh no. And then when you find it on judge's table, you know, you'd be throwing a party. All part of the plan. Now OVL in grind and go mode at 2 hours and 18 minutes. Still not fighting the werewolves. She's walking out. Not sure what the plan is here. Swings on the Star Wyvern, so might actually be trying to use the same strategy as Juef. Yeah, heading back for the basement. We'll see if she keeps going when level 16 is not the level. But she's playing the flute. Thinking about those golems. It's everything, you know, it's everything that Jeff did. Oh, unfortunate. Is that the forfeit?
Just so you know, I'm going to keep playing. I will open everything back up again. I'm going to keep playing because I'm going to beat this seed eventually.
Not quite yet. And OVL's right back into Charlock here, still level 15. She's probably really hoping that 16 is going to be it. Yeah, doing a bit of hero walking here, getting the hit points back. Not quite defense breaking the Axe Knights yet. Yep, no repel in dungeons is indeed on, hence the wizard. No, and OVL is about to get level 16 and probably be despondent at the lack of gains. But taking this golem, though it will be very much overkill, so level 17 must be somewhat on our mind. Here's level 16 one last time, 3 strength, 7 agility, 6 hit points, 4 MP, and hurt more. And out comes the flute for more golems. I go all the way to 17. Yeah, Diabetes, yeah, you know the song. Yeah, no snow golem, and that's with the when you have the winter tiles on, it should make the golems all white like they're snowmen. Let's see, OVL weighing her options. Running from this golem, gonna heal. What are you doing? Doing heal more? And starting the fight on 16? How's this gonna work? Menus to know. And on goes the Death Necklace at 123 HP. Yeah, full Fairy Waters, you might have a ghost of a chance, but I think this is a doomed effort. And 93, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's true. She does have some Fairy Water. She pulls this off. Oh, and then of course gets a crappy heal more out of it. Sitting at 45, what do you do? Double heal more, yeah. Unfortunately, not good Fairy Water rolls. Not especially good swings either. These swings are terrible. Oh, the bad rolls are not helping here. You gotta go for it. You can't double heal more here. Yeah, it's over. Oh, and a 7, yeah. I'd be interested in what the count was there. Probably didn't even reach 100. And there's the forfeit for OVL, so get your GGs out. And that'll be it for this one. Quite a duel there between juef and Beta, with juef pulling off quite a brilliancy at the end there to snag the win by more than 8 minutes over Beta, who was neck and neck with him the whole way. Sword and Charlock wound up being an interesting wrinkle. An unfortunate death for jkoper set him back, and unfortunately OVL just not making the right choices throughout this seed to stay in the hunt. But and yeah, that escaping level 1 jail, a huge factor in this seed. Looks like we're gonna raid Aaron2U2, who's playing Final Fantasy X, but not before you guys all follow our runners and our restream crew. And yeah, be sure to tune in tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time to catch the next race. That'll be between Yakko Wacko, Judge Joe, Zarnax, and Cyberdark. So that's sure to be a good one. Yeah, after that, there's going to be... Let's see, which vodcasts weren't done yet? There's going to be vodcasts after that, and after those vodcasts are done, we're going to have the week two reveal show. So it'll be a whole nother flag set, whole nother set of groups. Very exciting stuff. Looks like we're going to have that raid in just a second. So good night, everyone. This has been a deeply real experience.